and welcome to the Northland. This video, we're going to try something a little bit different. You guys know that sometimes I like to rate the products that I get, especially for the cars, trucks, whatever. How many of you have bought one of those sunshade things, that you sometimes see people use in the windows of their car? So we got one, and I want to welcome a sponsor to the channel. Let me see. I might butcher this name. You know how I'm not very good with names, but dump that. Pigenius. I think that's right. Pigenius. Maybe if the maker's watching, if I'm wrong, they can correct me in the comment below. Anyway, we're gonna try this. We're gonna run a test. I've never owned one of these. I've never used one because I always thought kind of a farce. It's like the inside of the car is gonna heat up anyway. But I'm gonna tell you how we're gonna run this test. We're gonna use the wetness for this test right here. So we're gonna park it outside for more than 8 hours. And I'm going to do it for 5 days. At that point, we're going to take an average of the inside car temperature at 5 days. Then we're going to run this for 5 days. And we're going to see what the difference is and whether or not they actually make a difference. I hope you guys know that I'm going to give an honest review. And that just because they sent me this does not mean that I am automatically going to give them high stars. Okay, 5 stars. If it's worth it, though, I'm going to let you know that it's worth it. Now, so far I'm pretty impressed with it. I just took it out of the box, and this what you're seeing right here is a case. The actual visor, or whatever that's called, is inside here. And if I take it out, I'm telling you, I am pretty impressed. One, it looks really good, and it fits fantastic in the wetness. These are, as far as I know, I don't want to say necessarily custom fit, but they're made for vehicles. Like if you have a Jeep, you're not going to get this same one. You're going to get a different style. So comes with the little straps to keep it together, so it's not all flopping around and getting beat up in the back of your car when you're not using it and getting trampled by the dog and sat on by the kids and all that other stuff. Now, with that being said, I would still use the case. It fits easy. It's not hard to get in or out of the case. You saw I just did it one-handed. And there's a little drawstring at the top so you can close it up if you want, throw it in the back of your car. But like I said, we're going to run this. And since you guys don't have to watch me for 10 days, we're going to edit this now and show you the differences. Okay, so we just concluded running the test. I'm going to read off these temperatures, but then I'm also going to put the picture up so that you know I'm not just writing some stupid numbers down and making things up. But so like I said, we did the first 5 at without the visor, just parking it in the parking spot, same parking spot every day for 8 hours or more a day, and generally facing the sun. So the first day, again, without the visor, the inside of the car temperature was 90.7 degrees. Now, we did have a cold front come through just as we did this, so I almost thought this was a little bit unfair, so you got to kind of take this with a grain of salt. I tried to make it as fair and as even as possible, but I can't control the weather. So the second day was 91.2. The third day was 71.6. Like I said, we had a major cold front come through. The first 2 days it was cooling down, then the third day it just dropped like a rock. But then it also went right back up. Inside temperature on day 4 was 109, and the last day was 124. So if you take those and average them out, the average comes to 97.3 degrees over those 5 days. So then we ran the visor the next week. And like I said, I felt this was a little bit unfair due to the weather, but the first day was 109 even inside the car. The second day was 92.8. The third and fourth day, both days, exactly the same, 83.7 degrees. And then the last day was 102. And the 5-day average is 94.24 degrees. So you can see it's about 3 degrees difference. Not huge, but you got to remember, this isn't like an air conditioner. It's not like a fan. It's not. I maybe should have also ran the test with windows open versus windows closed and so on and so forth. But I already took more than 2 weeks to run this test, and I didn't want to keep doing it. If somebody wants to see that, let me know. I'll be happy to run more tests. But 3 degrees, I think that's fair and good for considering what the product is and what it's meant to do. It's just meant to lower the temperature in your car, keep the sun off your dash, off your steering wheel, off your seats, right? If you park facing the sun. So I think those things right there, protection of your dash and steering wheel from the sun, right? So you don't get cracks and all that other stuff, and protecting your seat so if you get in wearing shorts, you don't burn the hell out of yourself. That right there, I think, is worth it, let alone the temperatures. So I highly recommend this product, and I want to thank Pigenius for sending me this sun visor so that I can run a test and let all you customers know that, or I should say potential customers, my subscribers, know that it works and it does its job as far as I'm concerned. As far as technical stuff and whatever, it's not all that technical. You just follow the directions putting it up, which is a piece of cake, and you should get similar results. So again, I think for the price, it's well worth it. Even if the temperatures weren't the same, just keeping the sun off your dash, steering wheel, and seats I think is worth it, big time. So I'll put the company is giving all my subscribers a 10% discount until November. If you want to order yours, I'll put the link in the description below to the company. I'll put a link for their website in there, and I'll make sure the code is also put in there for your 10% off. So don't hesitate on this too long. I think if I recall, when I went to their website, most of the sunshades, I think, run right around $40 or so a piece, average. Some are a little bit higher, some are a little bit lower, I suppose, probably depending on the size of your windshield or whatever. So basically that 10% off will at least, it'll be like not having to pay for shipping or tax or whatever. So anyway, take advantage of this. I kind of glanced over some of their products and stuff, and I saw, I think, 4.5, 5 stars for most of them. I really didn't see any complaints. I know, granted, I didn't search everything, but from what I looked at, they have overall a very positive review. So give them a call or order their products through Amazon, whatever. I would definitely hop on this. Not only that, you know what? Christmas is coming up, and that makes a cheap Christmas present. They may not use it until next spring, summer, but I think overall, if you choose to give this to somebody, they will appreciate it come next summer for sure. So, all right, I think that's all I have. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, even if you did not like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you tap the little bell at the bottom so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And again, I hope you know that I give this product 5 stars, and I'm not just doing it because they sent it to me. I think overall the benefits of it are great, and the downside or negatives are really none. So, or at least none that I have found yet, anyway. So, and it seems fairly durable too. It's not like it's going to fall apart in the first week you use it. So, I like its durability. I think the cost is reasonable, and it looks good too. So, all right. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. We'll see you in the next video.